Ant Anstead's name often brings to mind car restorations, television success, and of course, his undeniable charm. But in a surprising turn of events, Ant has become the center of legal dramas that caught his fans wondering how he went from being a center of attraction on shows to becoming a regular at the courts. While some of his legal battles were about work, some struck closer to his home. If you're wondering what led to these legal conflicts and how it involves someone as seemingly as Ant, then you're at the right place. Join us as we spill the real reason Ant Anstead was sued. Some months ago, Ant Anstead, the talented car enthusiast and TV personality, became entangled in a legal battle involving his luxury automotive business, Radford Motors. The luxury business, founded by Ant and Formula One champion Jenson Button, initially promised innovative ideas and excellence, but right now, serious allegations of fraud and financial mismanagement have been at the core of the business. To worsen the situation, the allegations have led to a series of lawsuits that shook the company's reputation. One of the most notable of the lawsuits is that of customers that claim to have paid huge amounts of money for custom cars that weren't delivered. The backstory began when several clients accused Radford Motors of taking large deposits for their fine automobiles but failed to deliver on their promises. Among the claimants was Timothy Tasker, who filed a lawsuit claiming that he gave Ant's company a $101,000 deposit for one of their limited edition Lotus Radford Type 62-2 models in May 2022. And after a series of meetings with Ant and his business partner Jenson, Timothy said he was told the finished car would be delivered starting at the end of 2022. However, in October 2023, Timothy didn't receive any report on the progress of the car from the company, so he asked for a refund. Despite his request and numerous follow-up messages, Timothy claimed he neither received the car nor his money. Aside from this, a second lawsuit filed in July 2024 detailed similar allegations, but with a higher price tag. In a joint filing, Scott Katzman, a Florida-based surgeon, and Lamborghini Palm Beach, a luxury car dealership, claimed they both ordered Ant's bespoke Radford Lotus vehicle. Although the two filed a lawsuit together, they didn't order the same thing. The dealership made deposits for a $450K Radford Lotus model, while Katzman made deposits for the special edition Pikes Peak version, which cost a whopping $1 million. According to a reliable source, Lamborghini Palm Beach made a series of payments from October 2021 through August 2023, totaling $1.5 million. After repeated delays and lack of updates from the company, the clients requested for a refund. They claimed Radford proposed a repayment structure for the vehicles, but the promises were never fulfilled. According to the court documents, the monies deposited for the luxury cars by clients were allegedly mismanaged within the company. The documents also reveal that the funds intended for building the vehicles were redirected for other purposes. Those specifics were not disclosed publicly. These funds' misappropriation raised questions about the operations of the company. To add fuel to the flames, Radford Motors filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in October 2024, citing financial difficulties and ongoing legal disputes. While this might come as a shock to the public, it did little to ease the concerns of their customers, as it left them wondering if they would ever reclaim their money on the cars they paid for. However, this wasn't the first time Ant Anstead and his company, Radford Motors, will be in court. Sometime around March 2024, Ant found himself in yet another legal battle involving his company. But this time, the lawsuit wasn't from customers, but a business partner and an early investor, Pastor Pat Velasco. According to the source, Pat alleged that he was owed $2 million by Radford Motors, a claim that opened another case of controversy to the already embattled business. While the lawsuit centered around unpaid debts, it also shed more light on Radford's financial management. You see, Pastor Pat was one of the early investors to believe in Ant's company, and in a bid to support his vision of producing classic custom-made cars inspired by mid-century British design, he partnered with Ant and co-founder Daniel Bednarski. The partnership was built on trust and mutual interest, just like any other regular partnership. However, as the company expanded its operations and list of clientele, Pat claimed that promises they made were not fulfilled. After trying to settle amicably with no headway, Pat filed a lawsuit in Orange County Superior Court, alleging that he was owed millions in unpaid financial obligations. According to the court papers, Pat invested a large amount of money in Radford's operations but didn't get a return on his investment as agreed upon. In the lawsuit, Pat, through his legal representative, accused Radford Motors and its founders of failing to honor their commitment. While the specifics of the alleged unfulfilled promises were not publicly disclosed, Pat's lawsuit opened a can of worms. The lawsuit alleged that Radford's leadership, including Ant Anstead and Daniel Bednarski, had diverted funds intended for business operations. As a matter of fact, there are reports from reliable sources that support Pat's claims that Ant Anstead and his co-founder did divert funds. One of such claims was from the business co-owner, Roger N. Bell Jr., who filed a complaint alleging that Ant and Bednarski mismanaged the company's finances. According to Roger, Ant and Daniel once secured a new sale of $100,000, but instead of channeling the funds to the appropriate quarters, they took $54,635.52 from this deposit and used it to pay a vendor for work unrelated to the new client's vehicle. But that was not all. Some minutes later, after they took over $50,000, Bednarski wired himself a sum of $20,000, bringing the total misappropriated funds to a little above $70,000. In response to the lawsuit, Radford, who has filed for bankruptcy, emphasized that it is committed to resolving the case. Daniel Bednarski, who doubles as the company's chief financial officer, also revealed that the company is currently undergoing restructuring to stabilize its finances and also settle their stakeholders. Ant, on the other hand, has not publicly addressed the bankruptcy claims or the lawsuits. Away from his business lawsuits, Ant Anstead is an alien to family lawsuits as well. Back in 2022, he was involved in another legal dispute with his ex-wife, Christina Hall, who was formerly known as Christina El Musa, over the custody of their son, Hudson. Although the issue started as a private matter, it soon became a public legal battle that attracted the media's attention due to the couple's celebrity status. While many know Ant to be in a relationship with Oscar winner Renee Zellweger, he was previously married to Christina Hall. However, after 2 years of marriage, the couple decided to go their separate way in September 2020, citing irreconcilable differences. After their divorce, they started an amicable co-parenting relationship for the sake of their son, but that changed after Ant filed for full custody of their son in April 2022. When asked why he filed a lawsuit as opposed to what he and his ex-wife initially agreed on, he revealed that his son was being used for social media content and promotional purposes, which he felt wasn't in the child's best interest. In the filing, Ant accused Christina of prioritizing her career and public image over their son's well-being. For instance, after their son spent time with Christina in 2022, he came back with a sunburn that left him in pain, and when Ant asked Christina about it, she responded with, "It didn't feel hot. Give him some Tylenol. I'm sure it'll be better tomorrow." As if that wasn't bad enough, Ant also alleged that Christina once returned Hudson to him without disclosing that the child had tested positive for the 2019 deadly virus, jeopardizing his new partner's project. Additionally, Ant calls Christina's ability to safely co-parent Hudson into question, referencing her past in the use of illicit substances. In response to Ant's claims, Christina denied the allegations, calling it baseless and hurtful. She stated that she has always put her children first and maintained a safe and loving environment for each of them. When Ant filed for full custody of his son, he requested an emergency hearing to address his concerns. However, Orange County Superior Court in California rejected his request, citing insufficient evidence against his ex-wife. The judge ruled that the existing child custody arrangement would remain the same until a formal hearing could be scheduled.